You had a rant at me about this beforehand. Maybe the good people deserve a rant as well on ferries, for example, that Ray wants
Oh
here.
my God. Yes. Yes. Okay. So we can draw a straight line.
I'll just go and wait for you. I'll be over here somewhere.
We can just draw a straight line. This is again, short-term thinking, right? I brought this up last night. When Labor looked at getting new ferries, of course we fucking do, right? And costs have gone up because everything has gone up.
Yeah.
Whether it's your groceries or buying a new ferry and a terminal so it can actually come into the land. You know, and Nicola's come along and gone, oh, it's a Labor project and the cost blown out, and that's all I care about. We're cutting it because we're laser focused on the cost of living crisis. So remember, the next time when one of our clapped out second-hand fucking ferries loses engine power in the middle of Cook Strait, and it's going to take 5 days for you to get across the strait because we're down one, maybe we're down 2 ferries. Nicola Willis did that.
Yeah, I don't want to be an absolute.
Happen.
I don't want to be a pessimist, bro. But I thought when I saw that this afternoon, when someone dies because of something with the ferries going wrong and breaking down, or something when it sinks, and 200 people on there get rescued, but all of their cars are now gone. All of those costs of the insurance company, like whatever it is, like if it, to be honest, if a ferry breaks down and it's unoperational for 3 or 4 days, that would be a good result for a ferry that's past its due date. What could it be? And it's just, but we'll put smoking back on and put another $10 billion gap in our economy by letting people smoke for another million years. And
just like light rail, just like get Wellington moving, this is another example of, okay, you're saying you're saving money, but what are the costs that we're going to have to pay to cancel that contract with Hyundai to build that ferry?
Yep.
And we're going to pay that money because we breached a contract, and we're going to get nothing for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. Most of the costs that Nicola's talking about wasn't for the ferry itself. It was for the facilities in Picton and Wellington to handle it.
Yep.
But these are things that are going to need to happen anyway. It's infrastructure. This is supposed to be the party of infrastructure, right? And in a way, you can look at a ferry and go, a ferry is just a road of national significance that sails off from one point to another. Maybe that's how it needs to be explained to her.
Yeah.
It's not
a good point.
It's a road of national significance. And then we get 4 of them, and they'd have fucking, I don't know, a disco. A disco for all the truckers.
The question is as well purely about economics. So Nicole says that we paid $400 million already, and I know they said it was going to be something like $1.4 billion, then it went to $3 billion. But if we just put this on the top shelf for a while, unless the prices come down significantly, which they're not going to do, then this is a bad financial decision. Because if, for example, that means we're throwing away that $400 million, basically. Although I guess we can keep plans and we keep any work that's been done towards, but we're throwing that away. And like you say, there's probably clauses in that contract that's going to cost us to get out of those purchases, Chewy. But if we can save $1 billion in 3 years from now, they might have an economic point, but I guarantee you they won't be able to do it. In fact, no. they could pay the rest of it now, even though it's above budget, or they could pay twice as much in 10 years from now when we've had shit service with ferries for a 5-year period.
Short-term thinking. This is like a major bridge on state. It literally is a major bridge on State Highway 1 is crumbling, and they've gone, no, don't worry about it. It's too expensive. Don't worry about it. DIY Guru pointing out that the current ferries have an estimated 2 years life left in them. And of course, I think, this puts us in a position that we need a ferry now, and we end up buying a second-hand one for conditions that it's not made for. So again, having to replace it, because that's very much the New Zealand way, right? Cook Strait can be challenging, and we buy some second-hand Spanish ferry that's made for the Mediterranean, then we wonder why it breaks. That's what we keep doing. Free Soul here says Cook Strait is by definition State Highway 1. Absolutely. And Carl, I think, absolutely nails it here. Run it down, complained about the infrastructure, Sell it off to private interests. Rinse and repeat.
Or run it down, serve one term, make it Labour's problem in 4 years from now, and then blame them for the issues with the ferries. Seems to be another pattern that they do.